The investigation into 2 officer-involved shootings continues at this hour.
I don't expect to see this in the city of Norfolk, you know? It's crazy, it's crazy.
24 hours after the sound of gunshots rang out in a community.
I heard about maybe 5 or 6 shots outside.
Now the search for answers is in the hands of state police.
We continue to follow these developing stories, all of which happened just blocks apart from one another. 2 officer-involved shootings within hours. The first happened at the intersection of Fremont and O'Keefe Streets. The second officer-involved shooting happened at after a barricade situation on Church Street. At the same time, officers continue to investigate a different homicide in the same area. We first brought you these stories as breaking news last night on WAVY News 10. Since then, there have been many more developments. 10 on your side's Matt Gregory spent the day in Norfolk covering the most recent officer-involved shooting on Church Street. He's live in Norfolk now. And Matt, you actually talked to Chief Goldsmith tonight.
Yeah, at an event tonight I talked to the chief, but he wouldn't say much, only that his officers followed a wanted felon to that home in Norfolk in the middle of the afternoon on Friday. And then what happened next got the entire community near there involved.
The leftover destruction marks the home on the corner of Church Street and Johnson Avenue, a police standoff that gripped a neighborhood in fear overnight.
I got a phone call saying there's an unstable person in your neighborhood. Everybody stay in the house.
This neighbor didn't want to be identified, but says for more than 5 hours, police tried to negotiate with a man inside this home. Police say he was a wanted felon and he barricaded himself inside. Shadion Torres says once the standoff started, police flocked to the area and to their homes.
They came inside my house. My dad told me they came inside the house, and they went upstairs and posted up, and they had sniper rifles pointing at the house in front of behind ours right there.
For hours Friday night, police say they tried to reason with the 30-year-old man inside.
They was trying to talk to him, and when they tried to talk to him, I heard them saying, answer your phone. They called the guy by his name. They asked him to answer his phone.
Neighbors say after midnight, negotiations stopped.
They shot tear gas in like all the windows, and from there, that's when they stormed in from the front and the back of the house.
Police say that's when they got to the man. He shot an assault-style rifle at them.
I heard shots from the outside. I heard about maybe 5 or 6 shots outside. And on the inside, they were kind of muffled, so I heard about 4 or 5 more shots.
And that's when police say an officer's bullet killed the man.
I couldn't sleep. I just said senseless and wasteful. I don't know what the problem was. I don't know what's going on.
An unsettled night on Church Street.
Now, if you've been following some of the crime that's happened over this year in Norfolk, like the last 2 officer-involved shootings, those were investigated internally by Norfolk police. But these 2 from Friday night into Saturday morning, they're being investigated by the Virginia State Police. Tonight, I ran into Chief Goldsmith of the Norfolk Police, and I asked him, why is that the case?
Well, I really can't comment on that yet because I've got to go talk to counsel and answer some of those questions. So I really can't say anything about that. The state police does have the investigation, so it's really not appropriate for me to talk about that at this point.
Now, we continue to look for answers for that barricade situation as to why Norfolk police knew to follow the man to that home, as well as what broke down during negotiations that led to the deadly shootout. We've asked questions to both the public information officers and also to the chief. So far, we've gotten no response, but we will continue to ask those questions throughout the weekend, both by phone and by email. In Norfolk, I'm Matt Gregory. 10 on your side.